Alright, so part two of the fantastic Sorority Row DVD review. The remake of the house on Sorority Row. So, in this one, again, not all that different. The kills are different, of course. They had to update those because the kills in the original weren't all that spectacular. Now, the kills in this one aren't all that spectacular either. They're not all that inventive. Um, they do have a facial fetish in this one that the girls in one of the special features happens to mention. They do have they seem to like to shove things down girls' throats and in their mouths. Really, I'm not kidding. It sounds bad, but anyway. Um, so basically, in this one, the prank is not on the house mother, who, by the way, is played by Carrie Fisher in this one, and could quite possibly be probably the best performance in the whole film is by Carrie Fisher. Obviously, you all know who Carrie Fisher is, Princess Leia. Not surprising. Anyway, so in this one we have, let's see, uh, I had to find the, here we go, the girls' names because I forgot them. Anyway, Cassidy, who's pretty much like the main character, is played by Brianna Evigan, who was in Step Up 2. Yay. And she's going to be in the remake queen here, of Mother's Day. Why are you remaking Mother's Day? Hopefully it's not by the same writers, producers, director as this piece of shit. Because I love Mother's Day. Who we all know was directed by Lloyd Kaufman's brother, Lloyd Kaufman of obviously Trauma. Also in the movie, Rumor Willis, who's in the new 90210 series and that movie with the girl from Superbad and Zombieland, House Bunny. Megan, who plays the girl that the prank is eventually, I guess, played on in the end, from The Hills, woohoo. And Leah Pipes plays the character that Eileen Davidson played in the original. Basically, this time the prank is played on a boyfriend of one of the sorority sisters. Supposed to be played on him because he cheated on her, and they want to teach him a lesson. Whatever. Basically, he thinks that roofies were given to this girl, and he's going to have sex with her, and they're going to videotape it, and it's going to be a big joke. Ha ha ha. Well, apparently the joke's on him. She's not been roofied, and they play like she died, and they're going to go bury her body somewhere, and he's freaking out. They're all laughing at him, and they go out to the middle of nowhere, and they say, well, we're going to dump her. I don't remember if they say the river or whatever. And somebody says, no, can't do that because she's got air in her lungs. She's going to float. Well, and when their backs are turned, he decides that he's going to let the air out of her lungs with a tire iron, like a four-sided tire iron. Stabs her in the chest. Well, of course, she wasn't dead, and now she is. So they're all freaking out again, like the original. We went to college, we graduated, we're going to have such bright futures, yada, yada, yada. We can't let this ruin our lives. So they dump her down a well. Again, wrong has to be made right by a psychopathic murderer. Now, in the original, the killer and motive behind the killing was pretty good. It's a pretty cool idea. I liked it. Killer was pretty creepy. In this one, the motive, stupid. Makes no sense. It's a bit ridiculous. So about the only thing that this one has going for it is, one, all the girls are either annoying or complete bitches, and you can't wait to see them getting slashed up. Who actually, in one of the special features, the Leah Pipes, the Jessica character, actually says, she says, you can't wait to see these sorority girls who deserve it get slashed apart, which is true. And I got to give her, I have a little bit more respect for her saying that, so Leah Pipes, more props to you. Anyway, other than that, it has nothing going for it. Eye candy, the girls look a little better. but that's about it. Now, on to the part that I was saying before about the whole remake thing. Either the writers just happened to forget, maybe it was an accident, I don't know, but it seems a little shitty to me. Um, I'm watching special features, and it's a special feature where basically the writers explain to the audience what a slasher movie is. Who do you think is watching this movie anyway? I mean, June Cleaver down the street? I fucking doubt it. So basically, they're explaining to you slasher movie, and they're go on and on and on, and it seems like they really want you to believe that they came up with this great, wonderful idea for this movie on themselves, and they wrote it originally. I mean, that's literally what it seems like to me. But not once during that feature or any other features. There's another featurette on there. Do they mention that it's a remake? Now, every other single remake that I've seen on DVD at least mentions the original, usually saying a producer or a writer says, "Oh, well, I saw the original back when I was blah blah blah. It scared the crap out of me when I heard that this was going to be remade. I couldn't wait to have the chance to work on it." Usually goes something like that, but they usually at least mention it. Give props to the original because it is where their movie spawned from. Well, they don't mention it once, not once, um, and that to me is a little crappy. I mean, somebody should have said, "Well, let's mention the original." No, they didn't. So I don't know if they think we're stupid or they just think that the original is not worthy of mentioning, which is the basis for their film. Whatever. Another interesting little thing. Obviously, the writers don't know horror. At least one of them doesn't. Point blank reason, because they're explaining where they got their idea for, or how they came up with the look of the killer. Because they say, what's a slasher movie? You have to have a recognizable, strikingly looking killer. He's got to look scary. So they're explaining on how they came up with that idea, and he says, like you have to have somebody that's really scary, like, Michael Myers in his mask and Freddy Krueger in his hockey mask. What'd you say? Freddy Krueger in his hockey mask? Yeah, that's really what he said. Seriously, he was serious. He said Freddy Krueger and his hockey mask. Now the problem I have with it is it strikes me. It seems strange because the other writer who was sitting right beside him didn't say anything. Um, Obviously, the guy filming it didn't say anything. Didn't say, actually, can we do that again? Because Freddy Krueger has the knives on his hands with the glove, and Jason Voorhees is the one with the hockey mask. Freddy Krueger is not the one with the hockey mask. Actually, didn't wear a mask at all. His face was just burned up. With the hat, remember the Christmas-looking sweater? Uh, Nobody because somebody had to edit this piece that's going to go on the DVD. I guess it was never. I guess they didn't say anything. It's the people at Summit Entertainment. By the way, Summit Entertainment brought us Twilight, so obviously they know horror, don't they? Uh, they never said anything. I mean, the shocking part is they allowed this to be on the DVD. This guy, maybe they just hate this guy. Maybe he's a douchebag, and they thought it'd be funny to play a joke on him and make him look stupid to all the horror fans out there. Um, Now, I don't think any real horror fan is going to actually watch this movie and enjoy it. But please, don't, don't. If you have the chance, pick this one up and watch this one. I don't know if this thing's in print. It's so much. It's written so much better. It's directed so much better. It's way more creepy. This one's basically just it's just pretty girls getting slaughtered. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but if you have the chance to watch basically the same movie, but better, which you do in this case, watch it. Don't watch this. Because obviously the writers have no idea about horror movies. They probably watched a documentary on it and decided they could write one. I don't know. But anyway, until next time, see you later.